And one part I forgot to tell y'all. All right, when I had the gear pullers on there, it took a 15 millimeter wrench. All right, I tightened it up, got pressure on it, and what time I was tightening it, at the same time I was tightening it, I get a little tension. I tap on the end of the puller with the hammer a little bit, tighten a little bit more, and tap on it, and it give it just the jar it needed to get it free. But I have never had a steering wheel so freaking hard to get off. Chrysler need to have their butt kicked for that. No puller holes, and it's just got that little lip that's hard to. You could get it in behind. Uh, it pushes down a little bit on the old one, but the old one's broke, so it's not gonna really matter if you crack the old one. But once I get it off, I'll go ahead and pull the top part of the steering column loose, which this thing is a nasty puppy. Um, let's get back at it. And it takes two Phillips head screws, one on each side to loosen. And on YouTube and some forums, I saw where people had a lot of complaints about the setup with these steering wheels, having problems getting them off. Um, this was real aggravating. I started out going to the junkyard to get the part, and it I didn't have any luck at all. It looks like it's original, and I don't know what that is. If that's the part that caused the problem, it was down inside there, or if it was somebody's jerry rigging. But hopefully this will solve my problem. Yeah, that feels pretty bad in there. And the new clock spring has that tab sitting in there. You gotta wait till you put the steering wheel back on. And on the bottom you have two plugs. I've already unplugged those. That one I believe is for the Airbag, and that one's for your radio control, cruise control, and all that. It's supposed to be set already, and so when you put it back on and bolt it up, let me get these screws started here, and then I'll tell you a bit more about it. Get in the right spot. But it can be most aggravating not having. I don't really care about the airbag. I wear the seat belts anyway. So, but more what my concern is when I travel to run to Charleston, I don't have cruise control. My foot gets sore. Alright. You don't want to over torque it. Alright, go back to the bottom. Plug your plug in there. Plug that plug in. I hope I just didn't break something. But that keeps it, this tab here keeps it in time until you get everything right. So I'm going to wait and put it on. Alright, what do I do with the steering wheel? That's your airbag wire there. That makes it go boom. You know what? I might could go ahead and put that. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put that bottom piece on first. I don't have to do it. Make sure your wires are locked in. This thing snaps together. And your one long screw that goes up through the bottom. Find a hole. Alright. big part of mechanic in it is you go by feel. Sometimes it's hard to get the feel in. Oh, yeah. Let's try it again. It's not working out like I had planned. There we go, we got it now. Alright, take it back. I just won't be lazy. I'll get out of my seat. Kind of tired today. Me and a couple of buddies went up to the Nantahala River and took about a 4-hour ride and had a lot of fun. Which I'll have a video on that as soon as I get put editing on it. What the heck am I doing? Oh. But we got it in there. I'm gonna have to go ahead and pull the tab out here. Because the dang thing won't go on unless you pull that tab. But it's in line with your steering wheel timing now, so, and there's a little notch in that steering. Alright, is that it? Yeah, that was it. Alright. That's your notch. Got it in. Putting that back on. I'm going to stick my head in front of the camera to get the socket and ratchet. And by the way, I got most of my tools now come from Harbor Freight. Which you get this has been a good ratchet. I don't know what kind it is, but it's good. There's a specific torque for this steering wheel. I advise to look it up, and that way you make sure you got everything right on it. Okay. That's good. Let's get the airbag. Hook the horn up. Well, let's see. What can we hook up first? Let's get the airbag. The airbag's locked in. Horn's locked in. Give it a little tug. Make sure it's locked, but it's pretty apparent when you hear the click. Okay, we got that puppy. She's set. And there's your 2 bolts. Takes 8mm socket for the airbags. And I'm not going to pull you down there and show you. It's too aggravating to get everything back up. But on each side you have the backs for the bolts for the airbag goes. That one started. And always remember, start all your bolts before you start tightening them. Alright, both bolts are in. Now we torque it. Tight. Alright, that was tight. And I'm going to connect the battery back up and see if it blows the airbag out, or if I got a horn that works now. And then we'll go take it for a ride to see if the cruise control will work. Alright, here's the big moment. Let's see if the horn works. Yeah, we got this. Alright, I'm going to have to change the battery terminal post, and I got to unhook the drop cord, because I don't have drop cord enough for this light to make it down the road. But I'll cut the camera back on here when we get out on the road. We'll see if the cruise control is going to work.